Oh, hello everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Everyone's had a good weekend. Right. I think we're just going to continue in Viridian. Weedle or Caterpie? Ideally, the goal would be one of each. We'll see whatever we get first. My thought is going to be Caterpie because I'm hunting for a Weedle, but I also think it's not going to be the case. Oh my god, I still not seen a Weedle. Let's see if we can maybe... There we go. A Weedle. Come on. More encounters would be good. Oh my goodness. I think I'm coming down with something again. My throat has been killing me. If I can keep these going. Metapod. Oh, 3 Weedles. So many non-Weedles. I just need to get more Weedles. Heal the Weedles. I mean, I don't really want... I'm like, do I swap now to Caterpie? But I'm like, at this point, I've done so many checks. Counting so many checks. Kakuna. Ooh, that's the other thing I need to finalize is a name. What are we thinking? Dr. B? I believe is what the conclusion that we came to was. Dr. B, I do believe is his name. Kakuna would also be nice. Keep me middle stage. Nice chill. Nice chill evening. And it would be nice. I mean, an average of 1 Weedle a minute is still not bad in terms of checks. I mean, when we get encounters. I wonder if we'll find a shiny today. I want to be positive, but it's hard. So hard when it's odd based. Stop pressing that. Right. I'm wondering if there's any better spot to hunt for these. But I also don't think that's not the best. Yeah, I definitely think I'm gonna go Nido King, Nido Queen next. And also Aerodactyl, if I can maybe get Aerodactyl done. Get a lot of the early game ones done out of the way. Now, my wondering is if it's going to be above or below Squirtle in terms of when it's shiny. I reckon it's going to take longer than it did for Squirtle. Longer resets, higher resets, maybe about the same amount of time. Because, I mean, it is a lot more, it is quicker resets. At least that's what I am thinking. But we'll see. Nope, gotta stop pressing that. Do not want to keep pressing that. A lot of Caterpie. Not much better though. There we go. That's what I was after. Give me the Weedle. What I'm after, the Weedles. Still can't sprint. God, I will say I'm looking forward to sleep. Sleep is one of the things I look forward to most in the day, which is really bad. I wake up, I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to go to bed. And the yawning, my goodness. I was actively thinking a few months ago, a few months ago, a few weeks ago even, that I was like, I haven't been yawning during the stream so much. That's good. Maybe I do need to consider having a nap at some point during the day. Come on. I do feel like there is a slight input delay on these controls. Because I'm trying to get it constant and it's just... Sometimes I just step further and further the wrong way. Hey, Greg. How you doing? I hope your weekend was good. Oh. Yeah, a little bit better with it. No, actually, I saw something today. Ooh, dark chocolate digestives. Very nice. I saw something today that I don't know if it affects anyone currently here. And I don't think it's a spoiler. Apparently, the Pokopia map is basically just Kanto upside down. I was just perusing Twitter and it was just like, oh yeah. Someone was like, yeah, literally just see that the map is apparently very similar to Kanto, just upside down. And I was like, oh, that is interesting. Apparently because Elo said it's very similar to, well, it's kind of post-apocalyptic game. I thought, oh, that's interesting. Another one. Oh, do they actually tell you? Oh, okay. Hey, Cloud. How are you doing well? Your weekend was good? There we go. No. No. There we go. Oh, the yawns. You got art done? That's good. It's good because you got art done. Don't need a Weedle. Don't need a Caterpie. Or a Pikachu. I unfortunately didn't get as much done as I wanted to because my Sunday was completely and utterly already booked up. It means I got to do it this weekend. That's good, Cloud. Good that your art block is gone. Or at least, you know, dissipated for now. I mean, at least it was only 2 years and not 4. Or 17. Could have been much worse. There we go. Sometimes, 9 times out of 10, I can get the reset down where I can literally just stand, which is good. But then sometimes I'm just doing it ever so slightly wrong. It feels like a very slim window in which you can do it. Well, yeah, we don't count the technical years. It's back now. That's all that matters. Nope. 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 Another one. Yeah, maybe we just don't talk about it. Maybe that's the smart thing to do. Ignore it. Move on. Enjoy the time now before in case it goes again. Do you know, I also, just before starting the stream, saw that someone got the Marowak Ghost shiny as well. Like, they were specifically hunting for that. That was insane. It was like 5,500 resets or something like that. Can you imagine doing that hunt, knowing that you can't catch it? Or at least I don't think you can catch it. Oh, nice. Nice, Cloud. I'm pretty sure it's like Wally's route, right? Like it's one of those events, one of those fixed things. Ooh. Yeah, so in theory you can pretty much shiny hunt anything apart from, I think there's some Pokemon that you can't do. the gift Pokemon, I think, from people. When you trade them, I don't think you can get shiny. But I think pretty much everything else you can. Ooh, nice cloud. Why not? Well, I mean, other than the increased workload. Well, that reminds me, actually. That. Come on. Maybe it'd just be easier just to use the D-pad rather than using the joystick rather than the D-pad. Might be a bit easier. Having a bit of a disco. Wait, disco for a Caterpie. Right. Boom. Man, I was so close. Hey, come on. Right. Now the question is, over or under Rowlet? No, over or under Squirtle? My guess is over. I don't think I'm gonna see a shiny under 611 Weedle checks. Which, I mean, at that point will be probably about 1,000 proper resets on average. Exactly the same, Greg. 2,000 Weedle checks. I don't like the sound of that. That sounds long. I would like if it was the exact same. But I personally think it's going to be more. I very much doubt it's going to be less. And I only say that because on average, I mean, the spawns for these are about 40%. $611, Greg, is what it was at. I know because I ended up changing the stream title. Obviously after the fact. But I'm a little bit annoyed. I thought I got a really good deal on something that I bought, but I didn't, and I'm a little bit upset about it. I kind of got shafted a bit on it. And I wish I would have actually paid a bit more attention to it before I pulled the trigger. But, you know, sometimes, you know, what I get for doing it. What am I buying now? No, nothing too bad. I got a couple of booster boxes for One Piece. A guy had them. Yeah, it's cards. A guy had them on eBay. He was selling them, and I was like, "Oh, I'll send him an offer." And then I think the first offer got rejected. Too low. And then I bought them, and I was like, oh, I got a really good deal on them. And then they arrived today, and I'm like, oh, these are slightly different than what I was expecting. Did I get like scammed or something? I was like, I'll have a look at the listing. And I actually had a proper look at the listing, and I was like, oh. And then I was like, oh, okay. So in the end, it wasn't that good of a deal, which sucks a bit. That was good, Cloud. Well, I mean, obviously the hand not working good, the hand hurting not good, but getting to work on more artwork is good. Oh, congratulations, Gordo. Well done. Congrats on the shiny. Oh, speaking of shinies, actually, I recently got back into Pokemon Go, and I just finished the Kanto, the 30th anniversary special thing, and I got 2 shinies off of that. I got a shiny Nidoqueen and a shiny Pidgeot. And I was like, ooh, that's good, because I haven't really played Pokemon Go in a while. But I also haven't had any good shinies in Pokemon Go. Or sorry, many shinies in Pokemon Go. So I'm trying to get slowly back into Pokemon Go. But it's just kind of stuff to do at work when I'm bored. And there's a couple of games that I've picked up recently that I'm like, oh, I'll just download that because I'm bored. And then I'm actually quite enjoying the games. And I'm like, oh, actually, no, I'm having a really good time with this game. Yeah, my collection. I quite like my collection. Don't get me wrong, my collection is not horrible, but it's just not amazing. Not amazing. And also only playing for 3 hours a day. Gordo, I don't have, well, 3 hours each time I stream, which is all I play. I don't play off stream. So in fact, being this far into a shiny only playthrough, in the number of hours that I've done it, is actually pretty good. I did, Ollie, yeah. 611. And it's female as well. Which I think Tomo said is 1 in 65,000. The only problem is the nature isn't amazing. Just means we're going with a physical attacking Squirtle. Oh, nice, Ollie. I like Sword and Shield primarily for the DLC Isle of... No, not Isle of Armor. The Crown Tundra. DLC shiny hunting? Yeah. That's the only reason that I really like Sword and Shield. The story's not horrible, but the region's not my favorite. And the only good thing was the Crown Tundra having that the max raid dens. I mean, the good thing is that the odds in that game is slightly less. Plus the fact that the DLC shiny odds are 1 in 300 for the max raid den without a shiny charm, and I think 1 in 100 with the shiny charm. Obviously, statistically, it's not impossible to find shinies, but... One in 100 to get a shiny, but that's split over 4 Pokemon. That's also true, yes. So it's 1 in 300, but obviously that's 1 in 300 for the 4 Pokemon. But it's still not bad shiny odds. But they're like 20 minutes a check. So it can be a bit... Can take a bit of time. Yeah, with the shiny charm, it's 1 in 25 chance of getting a shiny. Obviously, it's not guaranteed for the shiny that you want, but it's a shiny, which is arguably the best odds possible. But yeah, I do like the idea of Sword and Shield. I just don't like the execution. Currently doing the Virizion in ZA. That's about 1 in 512-ish chance with Donut plus Charm. That's really not bad at all, Greg. That's really not bad at all. Yeah, I wanna get onto that, but I also kind of want to do a little bit more in this game. Kind of want to get at least the first gym done. Arguably, I could probably get the first gym done with just Squirtle. But I also, I'm also thinking it would be good just to get another Mon on the team. Figure out, go from there. I do quite like the old game music. I feel like I say it quite frequently, but I do. It's just something about it that just tickles my brain in the right way. But yeah, I do need to do more in ZA. You gotta hurt Wooloo. Don't get these old chiptune sounds anymore. No, I know. Yeah, it's a shame. I feel like... Also, I saw something. Hunt. Oh, Hunt. I thought you said heard it. Hunt for it. Yeah, I hope it goes well, Ollie. I vaguely remember the way that the odds worked in the Sword and Shield games were quite different. I saw something else today that I thought was interesting. I don't know if anyone else has seen it, but they've done obviously, yeah, Punch the Sheep. Forget Shaun the Sheep, it's Punch the Sheep. Apparently people have done Gen 10 sprites. And apparently they look really good in the like the 2D sprite form, which is not surprising, but people are saying that that's kind of how they're designed in the sprite form. That's kind of their bread and butter, so when they're done in sprite form, they're like really good looking. Oh, I can't remember, Ollie. It's been about 6 years, I think, since I played Sword and Shield. It's either catch or defeat. I cannot remember. I think it was defeat. And I think it maxes out at 500 defeats. Yeah, well, whoever did the... In terms of... I saw the sprites. I can't remember the exact tagline that was used. But it was like they made them into the same kind of sprites like these are, the pixel designs, and they looked well, they were like, you know, they look better in that form versus you know, the 3D models that we got. I'll be quite intrigued to see how they look shiny. I'm intrigued in their shiny forms. Obviously, we know they're not going to be huntable off of the start of the game, but still, I'm kind of intrigued to. I'll be very intrigued to see what they look like. Also, hold on, I completely missed this. Did they? Will there ever be a UK distribution of Shiny Koraidon and Shiny Miraidon? I know that they released it like around a lot of places. I don't think the UK ever got it. I remember like keeping on top of it for a little while, but then it was like it never came out in the UK, and I'm like, that kind of sucks. No? Oh man. Like why they just didn't do it as a mystery gift distribution, I'll never understand. That's ridiculous. That's insane. I'm so annoyed because, again, they locked it behind that wall. So, because they never released it into the UK market specifically, you might be able to get a US code and have it work, but, you know, whatever. Because they never released it into the UK market, you just can't get them legitimately. And that sucks. Because Shiny Koraidon looks really cool, and I want Shiny Koraidon. I'm not as big of a fan of Miraidon, but then I'm not a huge fan of Miraidon as a Pokemon either, so, you know, its shiny was never going to be that exciting to me. But Koraidon's is, and I'm just annoyed I can't get it legitimately. Yeah, it sucks. Because, I mean, like, I don't mind if they're locked. But make them so that they're an event that's distributed later down the line to everyone. Like, the way that they did it was physical releases only. And it was like you had to go to an actual GameStop and get a code. Yeah, I would have been fine if they did. If they did it like it was a mystery gift, it would have been fine. But yeah, to not bother at all is just really annoying. No, the game explains it, Ollie. Actually, does the game explain it? I think it does. Again, I think that could be another... Well, no, maybe not. As I say, it would have been nice if they would have added Rotom Phone in as a usable Pokemon. But yeah, it's interesting. Damn, a lot of Pikachus. Yeah, I don't know what type it would be, but I feel like, again, I wasn't sure what type Rotom sound was going to be. Does it have a name? Rotom Boombox? I mean, it'd be probably electric. I don't know. I think, well, I can't remember the name of it, but I know its typing is out. I think it is electric normal. Might get up to 400 today. It is going to be a slightly shorter stream. Oh, maybe if I go... Oh, no, I was going to say, maybe if I go closer to the exit. But the problem is, if I go towards the exit, I'm going to end up fighting a lot of trainers on the way. And then I'm going to have to run back and heal anyway. Yeah. No, it probably will, Greg. 100% it probably will. Again, I saw the Moss Snorlax is its description was that it lost a fight, so it's sleeping to forget. Oh man, that would 100% be me. That's 100% me. Whenever anything happens at work, I'm just like, I just want to sleep and forget all about it. Ugh. Yeah, just be like, forget and just sleep. But yeah, like, just the fact that it's just like, yeah, just sleep to forget all of its battles. Sleep to forget its losses. That's me whenever I like open Pokemon packs and don't get anything good. Like, I just want to sleep and forget that I pulled bad cards. Yeah, just halfway through the day, and it's just like, oh man, today's just like a dud day. Oh, I'm just gonna sleep. Yeah, sleep until I forget. Just stay there for 1,000 years. Well, I mean, yeah. That's the dream, right? Oh. Get you. What's the likelihood that I get a shiny Pikachu? It's a 5% encounter rate. Obviously, I'm not specifically hunting for it, which means it's probably higher chance than what it probably should be, knowing my luck. Too late in the day for me to do math. Yeah. 5% chance. Not likely, but also obviously not impossible. Do, do. Because you're richy rich. $300. Another one. Another one. See if I can get to 400 resets today. What have I got, an hour? Yeah, I can do an hour. Good, an hour. Perfect. Then Wednesday I might do ZA just to break it up a bit. And then Friday I'll try and get a good amount in. It is indeed. It is indeed, Peter. Hope you're doing well. Hope your week is going well. Ooh, I thought that was shiny. I keep thinking that Kakuna is shiny. I thought foul play was based on the stat increases, not specifically attack. I didn't think it was specifically based on attack. Dr. B, I think is what we agreed to. How long does Squirtle take? 6? 8? 6? 9? Maybe 10 hours? Hold up. How many streams was it? I don't think it was that many. 3, 6. Oh no, it was like 7 hours. Yeah, it really didn't take me that long. I got incredibly lucky with it. You can't name the Squirtle. I have to wait until I get to Lavender Town before I can give it a nickname. If I was to nickname it every single time I would do an encounter, I would probably still be at like 100 encounters. Because unfortunately, it's practically impossible to do it before you get it. Only halfway to Obs though. Burned it. Not too bad. I say, yeah, I got incredibly lucky. But then I get incredibly lucky sometimes, and then other times I don't. I think the math I saw somewhere was that it's like 30... Is it 30%? 30% of hunts are under odds or something like that. Like statistically, I can't remember the exact thing. I'll see if I can find it at some point. Why is it impossible? Because it just adds so much time to the hunt, Ollie. Like, because you have to pick it. You can't check if it's shiny before you name it. Then you have to name it. Then you have to do the check anyway. Then you have to reset. Like, it's just not practical. It's so much more practical to not give it a nickname and then change its nickname later on. I would argue it doubles the length of time on each check, giving it a nickname. And it sucks. That's the problem. Like, any hunt that you forcibly make longer is just, for the sake of nothing, is ridiculous. Like, the nickname, while it's a good idea and it's a good concept, it doesn't affect the game at all. Yeah, you can, but it's later in the story, Ollie. So that's the thing. We got to wait until we get to, like, 4 or 5 badges in, I think, before you can change the nickname. Yeah, it sucks. Well, thanks for the sub, Bandit. Bandit. Subs are never needed, but always greatly appreciated. It was 1 in 65,000. I'm gonna say that's what Tomo said it was, 65k. So yeah, I got it in 611 resets. So yeah, incredibly lucky. But then again, on the flip side, my Rowlet hunt is over 10k. Oh no, it's actually at 10k resets, and I haven't got that shiny yet. So it is definitely swings and it swings and roundabouts. Sometimes it's quick, sometimes it's not. So how are you doing, Arist? I hope your weekend was good. God, YouTube is so confusing sometimes. Yeah, I think you gotta get to Lavender Town. Lavender Town, is it? It's not Lavender Town. It's different from Lavender Town, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, you gotta get to somewhere in the it's the lighthouse. I know roughly where it is. I just can never remember the name of the town. But I know it's not. I know it's not lavender, but it kind of seems like lavender. Got the ghost tower in. I can vaguely remember where it is. I thought we said we were going to do Dr. B, Greg. I thought that's what you requested. But I do like Behemoth. I do like Behemoth. I'm glad your weekend was good, realist. He has a BHD, yeah. He has something all right. No, you had a go because you had a go at me because I wanted to not name it that. You were like, no, it needs to be named that. I know, because I cried myself to sleep on Friday because I was like, Greg was being mean to me, bullying me. Cyberbullying. Stop with the caterpies. Give me Weedles. Again, I think I'm gonna go. I can't make my mind up between what one of the two I'd prefer for Nidoking or Nidoqueen. I think I prefer Nidoking's shiny. I personally think I prefer Nidoking's shiny versus Nidoqueen's. Oh, it was Dr. Wasp? No, it wasn't Dr. Wasp, was it? Obviously, if the game gives me Nidoqueen first, I'll take Nidoqueen. Like, it's literally just going to be my HM buddy. Imagine not being up to date on your your niche YouTube animation. Yep. Yep. I am not. Any shiny you got? Says you don't have any shiny luck, even though you had the luck with Charmander. Yeah. I find for me, if I have one hunt that's really under odds, the next hunt I do is incredibly over odds. So, for instance, I think this Weedle is going to be over odds. However, you know, I'm hoping that it isn't over odds, but it could be. And that's the fear. Run away. And having over, I find that if I have a hunt that's over odds, the next hunt is over odds. Nah, I never get it like that. It depends, Erilist. So here specifically, I'm kind of easy on what I get. Like, I'm not fussed. I very much don't care here. Because the Butterfree, the Caterpie we can use for Butterfree, and then I can at least use that to help me catch Pokemon. And the Beedrill was more just a case of I wouldn't mind the Beedrill, but like I'm not that fast. Now we run. And then we go again. Yeah, wandering around was always nice. In Legends. Run away. Oh, no. Means we don't get Kakuna. It's just not my kind of game, Realist. I like the fact that it's kind of a good game for those people who like that genre. But I've never been into that genre. So for me, it's not something I think I'm going to pick up. But again, you know, I had Animal Crossing. I've not really put much work into Animal Crossing. So it's not my kind of game. It's a shame. Yeah, it's interesting that they didn't they didn't release it on the Switch 1, given that you can game share it to the Switch 1 anyway. again, if you could shiny hunt in it, I might be more inclined to maybe pick it up. But the problem is that it feels like it's a lot of work for, you know, not my 100% my type of genre. Like, if I played it, I'd be playing it just for the sake of, because it's new and relatively popular, and I just feel like that's kind of kind of like not giving my full opinion on it. That Squirtle never gets old. Yeah, if there's no shiny Pokemon, I'm not that interested. Okay, so I might be able to, on a regular stream, get 300 resets done. Pikachu. Yeah, it's a shame, but yeah, it's not my kind of thing. Oh, there's mystery gifts. Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those. Again, although, you know, maybe it's kind of, I don't know if the I'll get there. Dragon Quest Builders has anything quite like that, and if they did kind of release events after the game came out. Because, I mean, it is the same company that did Dragon Quest Builders and Dragon Quest Builders 2. So they have, like, very much got experience in those kind of games. They just, like, skinned the Pokemon onto it. I didn't mind the Britishness of the game. But I would like to say that that I just didn't like the region's design. Well, the region's layout. Three. Caterpie. Can I do the daddy diddy whoops? No, I cannot do the daddy diddy whoops. Pikachu. Oh, another Pikachu. Another one. On a sprint. Another one. Let us see. Oh, maybe I'll get to 350. 350 would be a good point to end, I think, today. 150. Ooh, Greg Nolte having more digestives. With tea, you absolute rebel. You're going to get chocolatey fingers, though. The one thing that I'm not a big fan of is the chocolate-covered digestives with a hot drink. They're biscuits or cookies. Depends on RNG. Yeah, as with every hunt. All depends on RNG. Another Weedle. Look at that. Back to back to back. Yeah, you think a technique is good enough to minimize the chocolatey fingers? See, I just prefer regular digestives for dunking, but for eating, I'm not against the chocolate covered ones. Again, because with milk you still get the same like chocolatey melting. Ooh, 3 more resets. See if we can find 3 more. Just fully melt and drink the biscuits. That's not the best way to have them. If you ever end up with like bits of biscuits at the bottom of the tea, that's the worst thing. Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, it's just... I think the counter is not so much seeing if you've gotten to full odds. It's just seeing how many you've encountered. It's not so much like changing the odds, is it? I mean, all of them in that game are. Leon's like completely undefeated. Tell you what, is it worth just quickly trying to run and see if I can get to the next town? Do a little bit of battling before we end. Why not? But imagine if they threw out a Weedle and it was shiny. How are we doing bubble-wise? That damage looking like really not good. That's much better. No, I just hope I don't get poisoned. I shouldn't have opened my mouth. Was this one or... Did he have one or two Pokemon? I'm scared now. It is two Pokemon. Oh, no. Right, I might have to use the antidote here. I can handle this. Yeah, the biscuit, the spoon biscuit situation is definitely one that you need. I can handle being slow. I cannot handle being KO'd this early on in the game. Run back. I don't want to overlevel though, a realist. It kind of, in my opinion, it defeats the whole point of the game, overleveling. It's just one of those things that I'd like to enjoy the game by not just using Blastoise to sweep everything just because he's like 10 levels higher than everyone I go against. I'd like to just try and keep us as level-headed as possible. And by that, I mean, like, not being ridiculously overleveled. Right. Actually, let's stock up on a couple. Before I forget. Oh, do I really just want to do one battle? I don't want to have to come all the way back. Okay, now we'll go back into the forest. I'll save, and then that will be where we end, I think. I'm hoping Wednesday will be a longer one. Hopefully I can start a bit earlier. We're going to do this side of the grass. We're going to do this side of the grass on Wednesday. But no, that's it. That's me done. I am going to go try and sleep. Because sleep is good. No, that's me done. Thank you very much for watching today, everyone. I hope you all have had a good weekend and have a good rest of your week. And I will catch you on Wednesday or whenever I next catch you. Thank you very much for stopping by. Have a good one, everyone. Bye for now. Everyone, bye.